Hello and welcome to National Focus. I am Octavia Prosper. In the headlines, government awards a record 124 scholarships and 120 bursaries to grade 6 students. PAHO donates computer units to strengthen Dominica's health surveillance system. And government advances plans for agricultural insurance and disaster relief for farmers and fishers. The details of the headline stories and more when we return.
October is just around the corner. Time is running out. Get confirmed today.
Welcome back. 124 students, including 67 girls and 57 boys, have received government scholarships after sitting the 2026 Grade 6 National Assessment. 120 bursaries were also awarded to 71 girls and 51 boys. The results were announced on Friday, June 19 at the Goodwill Parish Hall.
This year, scholarships were awarded to students who obtained 18, 19, and 20 points. And those who obtained 16 to 17 points received bursaries, as was done in previous years. I am pleased to announce that 124 students earned scholarship this year. Woo! 67 were girls and 57 were boys. 122 students qualified for bursaries, 71 girls and 51 boys. This year, it was difficult to identify top students or top schools, since students were marked based on their performance.
This year, a new approach was taken to grading the examination papers, aimed at giving students a fair chance at succeeding.
This year's assessment represents another important step in our national education reform agenda. As opposed to the norm reference format traditionally used, where students were compared to their peers, the ministry transitioned to a criteria reference approach to assessment, where students are evaluated against clearly established standards. This approach places greater emphasis on mastery of knowledge and skills and promotes a more inclusive and equitable education system.
She congratulated all who played a part in the success of the students.
The Ministry of Education extends warmest congratulations to all students who wrote the Grade 6 National Assessment, and we highly commend all our schools for your effort. I am particularly encouraged by the overall performance of our students. The results show that students perform well across all 4 core subjects. These results indicate that our students continue to demonstrate solid levels of achievement across the curriculum and reflect the hard work of our teachers, principals, parents, and students themselves. I thank all principals, teachers, parents, and guardians for your remarkable effort in ensuring that our students remain focused on their learning.
Renewable energy remains a major area of cooperation between Dominica and New Zealand. New Zealand's newly accredited High Commissioner to Dominica, Her Excellency Linda Charlotte Puni, says the partnership has helped advance geothermal exploration and position the country for the next stage of development.
We have been working in the renewable energy sector with Dominica. We have progressed geothermal exploration in the north of the country, and in the current phase of our renewable energy project are providing technical assistance that is helping Dominica to attract financial partners as it moves towards an exploratory drilling campaign. New Zealand is pleased to be supporting the development of sustainable renewable energy here.
Climate-smart agriculture is another important area of cooperation between Dominica and New Zealand. The newly accredited High Commissioner says several initiatives are underway to help farmers improve production practices, strengthen post-harvest management, and expand economic opportunities for women and youth.
New Zealand is also engaged with Dominica in climate-smart agriculture. We have funded a project through CARICOM, in which Dominica is included, that centres on providing shade houses and cool stores and associated training to improve post-harvest handling and production to marketing of agricultural goods. This project particularly targets women and youth in agriculture. New Zealand also has a direct climate-smart agriculture initiative under which we work with Dominica and other countries in the region.
President Her Excellency Silvani Burton says that since the establishment of diplomatic relations between the two countries, the partnership has continued to grow in areas that contribute directly to the advancement and well-being of the people of both nations.
I am pleased to acknowledge the valuable assistance and cooperation extended by the Government of New Zealand, particularly in the areas of renewable energy, climate resilience, agriculture, disaster risk management, education, and sustainable development. Your Excellency, the world we live in continues to face uncertainties, including the increasing impacts of climate change, economic pressures, and environmental challenges that threaten sustainable growth and development. Small island developing states, SIDS, remain particularly vulnerable to these realities, and addressing these issues requires continued cooperation, innovation, and partnerships between nations.
Government is exploring new measures to strengthen financial protection for fishers and farmers, including a contributory disaster relief fund and an agricultural insurance scheme aimed at reducing the impact of climate-related events and other unforeseen losses. Minister for Agriculture and Fisheries Honorable Roland Royer says discussions on both initiatives are progressing, with proposals already received from major insurance providers.
In terms of the fund for fishers, if they are affected, just a proposal, if the fishers are willing to deposit into that fund and government markup, that could be a very nice thing to bring in the budget. But just to say, last year you would have heard, we mentioned about an agri-insurance scheme that we're proposing, which also covers fishers. And we have proposals from major insurance companies. And when we're discussing, but as FS would say, she wants the fishers and the farmers to have a stake in it. So that's the model we're pitching, and soon, hopefully, we'll announce what we are doing with that.
The Agriculture Minister says the proposed measures remain a priority and are being carefully assessed as part of broader efforts to build resilience within the sector. In addition to strengthening financial safeguards, government is also pursuing initiatives aimed at improving market access and creating more stable income opportunities for fishers.
I also know that Dexia is looking at offering contracts to fishers. Let's see if they are willing to sign them, because if we say we have issues to dispose of the catch, Dexia will have no issues in having a contract. So, when you come ashore, you bring it in, and next year we'll have the headache to process, store, and ship.
Dominica's efforts to modernize health services and strengthen disease surveillance have received a boost through a donation of 20 computer units from the Pan-American Health Organization, PAHO. The equipment provided to the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Social Services will enhance data management and reporting at primary healthcare facilities, improving the country's ability to monitor public health trends and respond more effectively to emerging health threats.
As you know, real-time data and reporting on disease monitoring and outbreaks is critical to ensure that the ministry responds in a timely manner, and of course to support policy and operational decisions. So we are very grateful for the support from PAHO in the provision of these pieces of equipment that will be deployed primarily to the health clinics, where data is expected to be generated from. And that's very interesting and supportive of our efforts now with the health management information system that we will be rolling out pretty soon.
The donation forms part of PAHO's ongoing support for Dominica's health information and surveillance systems and aligns with broader efforts to advance digital transformation within the health sector.
We are pleased to provide this donation of 15 laptops and 5 desktops to support the EMTCC program, which is part of the maternal and child health program. And of course, by extension, will strengthen the primary healthcare system here in Dominica. And as you said, we'll be distributing over the next few weeks these items to the various primary healthcare facilities. We are pleased to do that. And we've also heard about HMIS and how this will strengthen and I suppose support and contribute to the expansion of this program, but also in our digital strengthening of the system here in Dominica. So we continue to provide not only the hardware to ensure strengthening of the primary healthcare system, but of course the technical assistance. So we continue to work with your technical counterparts in the various fields in primary healthcare, including your nurses, of course, your DMOs, etc., and the wider team by extension that works in this field of elimination of mother-to-child transmission of HIV, syphilis, and hepatitis B.
The initiative was made possible through funding from the India UN Development Partnership Fund and the United Nations Office for South-South Cooperation, highlighting continued international collaboration to strengthen health systems in vulnerable developing states.
As part of strengthening data analytics here in Dominica, we have also not only provided a recent training in district health information systems too, which will strengthen surveillance activities here, but we've also taken the opportunity to widen this training and extend to administrative professionals here at the Ministry of, not only at the Ministry of Health, but throughout the wider government system. And we have 3 participants that participated in this training successfully.
Participants described the training as both timely and relevant, underscoring its value in strengthening health surveillance and reporting capabilities across the sector.
I'd like to thank the Pan American Health Organization for providing us with this training on strengthening capacity for data analysis. Not only will it be useful in the efficiency of my work in terms of data analysis and processes, it will also be useful to share my knowledge with my colleagues as well, so that we can work together to improve data analysis and different processes within the department and the ministry as a whole. So once again, I just want to thank the Pan American Health Organization for the training and the support. They're always willing to support the Ministry of Health, and we're always willing and welcome them to support us as well.
You're watching National Focus. More when we return. Welcome back. Efforts to build resilient and modern learning environments are continuing under the China Aid School Construction Program. Education officials have been assessing classroom layouts and construction materials to ensure the new facilities can withstand Dominica's coastal conditions. Recently, Minister for Education and Human Resource Planning, Honorable Octavia Alfred, accompanied Prime Minister Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit on a site visit to the new Goodwill Secondary School, which is currently under construction.
One of the main objectives of being here this afternoon was to actually look at what a classroom would look like and to look at some of the materials that we are using. As you would know, some of these schools, they are located close to the sea, so it's important for us what kind of material we use. And we spent a long time going through catalogs and looking at samples, and it's like, before we move on, let us see what it will look like. We will come back again when we do the washrooms to see the quality, because they want to give us top quality. They want us to know that
they are giving us top quality. So they make the effort to invite us to test it and watch it ourselves. So I'm sure we will return to look at what's going to be in the kitchen and how the washroom is going to be.
Steady progress is being reported on the construction of the new Goodwill Secondary School, with education officials expressing satisfaction with the quality of work and highlighting the project's long-term benefits for national development.
I think that is important because we cannot just speak resilience, we have to show it. And this is a building that will encourage resilience and innovation in people. We are happy that we are making good progress. We are satisfied with the quality of the work so far. We are satisfied with the relationship. We are grateful to the People's Republic of China for investing in our human resource. When people invest in education, they invest in your human resource. When people invest in your human resource, you know that they're very interested in what's going on with you.
The Education Minister envisions the new Goodwill Secondary School as more than a place of learning, saying it will help cultivate the technical skills, innovation, and national spirit needed to support Dominica's long-term development. She noted that building resilience extends beyond infrastructure and includes developing a skilled and capable workforce equipped to contribute to the country's future growth and sustainability.
I'm very excited about what will happen in this building. It will be everybody going back to school, no matter your age or your stage. It will be building the spirit of nationhood, not just building your country with all your heart, but with your hands. When we talk about resilience, we also talk about plumbers who will build to last. We talk about people who will be there, and we can say right after the hurricane, the internet and the geothermal was still running. And that is what we're interested in.
Wellness practitioners are emphasizing that transforming Dominica into the Caribbean's premier wellness destination will require more than simply promoting healthy lifestyles. They say it will demand sustained partnerships, education, community involvement, and a long-term commitment to changing public attitudes towards health and nutrition. Wellness advocate and practitioner Dafrika Thomas says lasting success will depend on making healthy choices accessible, appealing, and effective for all citizens.
To make Dominica the leading wellness destination of the Caribbean requires partnerships, education in every school, community involvement, and long-term commitments. It takes time for a shift in mindset from choosing convenience to choosing healthy. Results must speak, the methods must work, and healthy food must taste nice, or else we will not stick to it.
Ms. Thomas also believes that building a healthier society begins with self-love, consistent support, and a renewed appreciation for Dominica's cultural heritage. She says the country's wellness journey is rooted in traditions that have long promoted active and healthy living and is encouraging citizens to embrace those values as part of a broader movement toward national wellness.
Support and consistency strengthens self-love, and this self-love will increase our willpower to make the choices that create positive changes in our body. The good news is that wellness is in our DNA. Take our music, for example. You have to be well to be able to dance bouyon music. Our grandparents practiced it long before it became a global trend. This is about remembering who we are, and I pledge my support in supporting and in helping to make this happen.
The Discover Dominica Authority launched the 2026 Tourism Awareness Program earlier this month. The strategic theme is positioning Dominica through wellness tourism, while the public engagement theme is Be Well in Nature. The program includes a series of activities and engagements designed to educate stakeholders, encourage participation, and promote Dominica as a leading nature-based wellness tourism destination. The Dominica Association of Persons with Disabilities, DAPD, says significant strides have been made in advancing disability inclusion since the organization's establishment in 1983. Executive Director Ms. Dominica Prosper pointed to improvements in accessibility across society, noting enhancements to businesses and public facilities to better accommodate persons with disabilities.
We are dispelling this notion that persons with disabilities just have to just stay there like a flower and wither away. The accessibility to the physical environment we have seen an improvement in that. We have seen it in some business places. I can speak of some ramps. There is a ramp at Fresh Market, Jolly's Pharmacy, the National Bank in Hillsborough Street, the Republic Bank as well, National Cooperative Credit Union. So we have seen some things being done to include accessibility. And accessibility is not just ramps. We also talk about railings, and when people get access to wherever they go, they have to get access to whatever they are going to do. So we have seen an improvement in that. Although we would like to see more, but we are thankful for what we are seeing.
As part of its ongoing efforts to promote inclusion and empower persons with disabilities, the APD is preparing to launch a new number of initiatives.
We have more advocacy coming up, and we have our Wheeler Walkathon, we have our Dinner in the Dark, we have our Disability Enlightenment Week coming up in December. So what we plan to do is continue the advocacy for persons with disabilities.
Another key initiative focuses on disaster preparedness, ensuring that persons with disabilities are better equipped to respond to emergencies during the hurricane season. Meanwhile, DAPD continues to advocate for measures that strengthen the rights of the disability community. Ms. Esprit highlighted an upcoming workshop on an international treaty that the association hopes will be implemented locally.
The Marrakesh Treaty is a treaty that was passed in 2016, where it allows persons, blind persons, visually impaired persons, and the print disabled persons to read any material. So what we are planning to do is have a workshop on that, because we want the government to implement that treaty. We want them to sign on that, so the blind people can have, not blind people, but everybody who has a blind people, visually impaired people, and the print disabled people can have access to any reading material.
Minister for Culture, Youth, Sports and Community Development, Honorable Greta Roberts, says government understands the importance of sports in the holistic development of the country's youth. This understanding has been the basics of the continuous investments government has made in sports over the years.
As a government, we remain committed to supporting sports at every level. We recognize the important role sports play in developing and promoting discipline, confidence, leadership, and healthy lifestyles among our people, particularly our young people. Sports teach lessons that extend far beyond competition. They teach resilience in the face of adversity, humility in both victory and defeat, respect for others, teamwork, and the value of hard work. These are qualities that help shape responsible citizens and help build stronger communities.
Government will continue to fulfill its mandate of ensuring that every community has the facilities required to build its athletes at the grassroots level.
We will therefore continue to invest in facilities, programs, and opportunities that allow talent to flourish throughout all communities. We understand that talent exists in every village, every community, and every school across Dominica. Our responsibility, therefore, is to ensure that young people have access to opportunities that allow them to discover, develop, and maximize that potential.
And now, your weather update. A high-pressure system is expected to maintain a drier and more stable atmosphere across the area this afternoon. As a result, residents can expect occasionally cloudy and breezy conditions with isolated showers. During the overnight hours, a tropical wave will be approaching the region. An increase in cloudiness, showers, and possible thunderstorm activity is forecast for Saturday. Residents are encouraged to stay informed and continue monitoring official weather updates. Fair concentrations of Saharan dust remain present across the area. This may result in periods of hazy skies and reduced air quality. Individuals who are usually sensitive to dust should continue to take the necessary precautions to avoid health complications. Seas are expected to be slight to moderate during the next 24 hours. Waves are forecast to reach up to 3 feet along the western coast and up to 7 feet along the east coast. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. Be sure to follow GIS Dominica on Facebook, YouTube, and on Twitter. You can also drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm. From all of us here on the GIS News Production team, I am Octavia Prosper. Thanks for watching and stay safe.